Hello, quilting friends. I am happy to be here. It is Tuesday, I think. I don't know. I it just finished a month of infusion treatments and I lose track of time. So I think today is Tuesday. Let me turn on the chat so I can see who's here. Leave me a comment when you're here. So I'd love to say hi and know that my comments are working. So let's see. Today's a beautiful, beautiful day. Not quite spring-like yet, but getting there. It's not snowy. It's sunny and it's beautiful. Um, I I am getting my house back together, getting everything caught up from my time off while I was unwell. And one really fun thing happened while I had my last infusion. Let's see, Joan. Hello, it's good to see you. So I have Patty. Hi, Patty. It's good to see you. Um, I have a rare autoimmune disease that's kind of a cross between lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and it eats all of my cartilage. Now I'm on infusions that keep me in remission, and I've been in remission over a year since I finished my COVID struggle while I was sick for about a year with COVID and off of all my meds. So number one, however unpleasant they are, have me in remission. So that's lovely. No complaint. I'm very happy. But I have some great infusion nurses, and I took a big bag of quilts with me to my infusion suite last Thursday, and I gave away 2 quilts. One of my nurses said that she liked cool colors. That was Susan and Bree. I had a quilt I guessed for her, and then I had another quilt for Sophia, but Sophia was out and will be out for a bit. She's got some medical stuff of her own. So I gave away 2 quilts and went home with 1. And when I was in the elevator going back down to my car, somebody looked in my bag and said, "That's a lovely quilt." So now I have no idea who she is, but she now owns a quilt. And that was so fun to be able to do that. This dear woman just looked like I gave her the world. And it was a simple scrap quilt. It was a checkerboard 2-inch square, blue and white scrap quilt that I made just because I wanted to piece something silly. So I love being able to do that and helping folks out. And giving them a high point in their day. Everyone deserves one of those. Let's see. Janet. Hello, Janet. And Carol, hello. We didn't interfere with any guild stuff today, so that was good. I don't have a lot going on, again, since I've been doing medical stuff. So I'm just getting back and getting my house back. I reclaimed my bedroom nest, and today's job is to find the kitchen. After my infusions, I nest in my bedroom, so then I have to put it all back to like a bedroom and put away my super bolster pillows and all my comfort items that I have up there, because I just kind of hide out in there for a day or two. Today, I've got to reclaim the kitchen, because I don't really cook much, but I could at least keep it clean for my husband. I will start eating normally again in another week or 2, which will be great. But one thing I did do, because I hate myself, is I started a sweater. Now I knit. I've been knitting for longer than I've been quilting. 55. I've probably been knitting for over 50 years. But if any of you knit, you will understand why I say I hate myself. Because I wear a waterfall black cardigan when I go to work. It's kind of a dressier sweater, and I put it over my my work clothes. Well, it is shredded. There's nothing left of it. It was a Land's End sweater from 15 years ago. It owes me nothing at all. So it's gone. And I said, well, I need another black waterfall cardigan. And a waterfall cardigan is, that big full front that falls down and that big full front that falls down. Well, knitting wise, that is a full front, a full front, and a full back. And fingering weight is really skinny yarn, which means it's really thin. And it's black, which means you can't see your stitches because there's no shadow. So this started with 307 stitches, and it's going up close to 700 to get around the width of the most of it. So I basically hate myself, but this will be fun because it's really boring knitting. You just knit back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, except where the armholes, where the raglan arm. So my sleeve is only this big right now because this is my neck. So I've got quite a ways to go. But if you knit, I just cast on 307 stitches in black fingering weight yarn for a waterfall cardigan, trying to decide what could be worse. knitting wise, but really it'll be fun, and I will look forward to having a cardigan. Let's see. Patty, you love that I give away quilts. The world needs that love. Yeah, the world is a hard place, and my life is not hard at all. There's nothing in my life that's hard. Again, I'm in remission. I have access to great medical care. I have a very supportive husband. People have low expectations of me, and or at least respect my boundaries. So if I say I can't do something, like I did something little at church on Saturday to volunteer. I'm like, can you stay longer? I'm like, no, no, that's about as much energy as I had on Saturday, and nobody. Everybody was like, "Oh, of course, go home." So everybody was fine. But I wanted to volunteer and be part of it. I just couldn't stay for very long. So yeah, my life is perfect, and not everyone's is. So I'm happy to be able to share what I have and what I can do. Carol, giving away quilts looks good on you. Well, I'm not sure how good I look because, truth be told, no showering today. But the hair still looks okay, I guess, maybe. So, you always know it's an at-home day when I pull out the old Vacation Bible School T-shirt, and stretchy pants and big cozy sweater. That was a cardigan, but it grows. I made a big this big cardigan that's supposed to mistake itself for a blanket that I could sleep under it or wear it. Everybody needs one of those. It could be a bathrobe, it could be a sweater. That's what I'm doing today. It's just comfy, cozy stuff. Let's see. So that's basically what I have going on. However, I have my to-do list, and I have gone back into my 21 days from Quilt Top to Quilted, and I think I have days 18, 19, 20, 21, or 19, 20, 21, 22, and I went back and found I didn't have a 13. So my husband's busy the next 3 nights, which means I have 3 long days to myself into the evenings. So we'll see what I can get out there for you. Look for your next newsletter. I'll be putting some more sale fabric in it. Y'all bought me out of the last newsletter. So all the sale fabric went out. I'll put some more in the newsletter and let you know when new videos are coming out. And the happiest, I have a couple happy newses in my life. My life is all happy, but I have a couple happy newses in my life. And one, it's 141 days until my next series of infusions, and I'll be able to eat and be hungry and feel normal again in another week or two. So, that's perfect. I have no medical interventions whatsoever for 141 days, just managing appointments. That's beautiful. But in those 141 days, I'm gaining a new grandchild. So it's so fun checking out my daughter-in-law. She's getting big and round, which I love. Is there anything better than, a happy pregnant mama, other than the happy infant in my arms? That's the only thing that's happier, is giving me the baby in my arms. So again, my life is perfect. I will be showing you some fun baby things as I get them done and all sorts. But that was just a little quick update to say hi. My next travels will be, I want to tell you because it's nearby. Where am I? Calendar. I don't want to get the dates wrong. So in April, where did it go? April 23rd through 27th. I will be at Bits and Pieces in New Hampshire. I will be having hands-on handy quilter classes. So check with Bits and Pieces, which is B, the letter B, bits, and N, BNP quilts.com. I'm going to type it in the chat because I happen to know their address. bnpquilts.com. Check them out. That is April 23rd through 27th, I think, for hands-on long arm classes at Bits and Pieces in New Hampshire. And I will be super happy. And I will be super happy to be there. I will be super happy to see you there. And if I see you there, what happened to my page? I hope I'm still online. I don't know what happened. Anyway, it told me something was wrong. But if you go there, please know there's a dim sum restaurant in Lowell, Massachusetts, right across the border. So I'm already making my plans of what I want, because dim sum is my favorite food ever. Pizza is second. But I will enjoy that. Pat. So, Pat, it's good to see you. I will be in Wisconsin this summer. I will be a student at a retreat, a guest at a retreat, just signed up to go at Primitive Gatherings. And I just got a Primitive Gatherings package yesterday. I got a pattern. It said Fat Eights, and I'm a sucker for any Fat Eights. Are you near Bits and Pieces? They're south of Appleton, north of Fond du Lac. But hopefully, if you're a Primitive Gatherings fan, you're near there and can get there all the time and make the rest of us jealous. Yes, I'm still with you. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. Um, did it put out all my Oh, I know. I think one of my comments didn't post. April 23rd, 27th, bnpquilts.com. I'll spread it out. So I think it'll go in there. There we go. I think that's what happened. It didn't like the website address. So I just got this big blaring red message. So I hope you're having fun in the spring. If you are living where it's spring, some people don't. Some people are in the other hemisphere. I could check the weather for this weekend, but I really think this is the weekend to get the bike out. Hopewell Junction is where I live, and it's going to rain Saturday and Sunday. But maybe I can get hubby to at least help me make sure that the tires are in good shape. And Monday. It's going to rain Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Of course it is. But we're getting closer to biking season. Hello from New Jersey, Jeanette. Please share the pattern for your sweater. You shared that I'm making kitchen items for the granddaughters, and your daughter told me all three grands have outgrown their aprons, so I need to make 3 aprons. Yes, I have that list of things that I still haven't finished making for my granddaughter. She's already had her birthday. I gave her a game, and my husband found another present, and I'll send her the kitchen items because she won't. She's 3, and presents on non-present days are even more specialer. Let's see. There was more here. The youngest had a birthday in April, and the other 3 are in May. Looking forward to making them. Yes. Yeah, me too. So I have that list of hot pads and napkins and placemats and an apron and all sorts of fun stuff like that. I have the list, so it's really cool. And Pat, you've been wanting to go to Primitive Gatherings, but I haven't made it yet. It's a couple hours drive, maybe this summer. Considering I'm driving from right around New York City to Wisconsin for this, it's worth the drive. Fortunately, I will be caring for my mom in Pittsburgh right before I go. So I'm only driving there from Pittsburgh, and I think it's like an 11-hour drive when I have 2 days to do it. And then I'm caring for mom on the way back as well. So my sister organized her schedule around me wanting to go to Primitive Gatherings, and it worked out great for all of us. Probably it worked out most for my husband, who's going to be home for 4 or 5 weeks without me. He's going to have the best time ever. And it's definitely worth the trip. It's just the happiest place on earth. I've taught at most of the major quilt shows in the world. I've taught at most of the major quilt events in the United States and elsewhere. And if you go there for a retreat, you will be treated top notch. The only thing that I've seen that is, it's equivalent to me to the Handy Quilter Academy, which is lovely. They treat you really, really well there. And if anyone listening's been to Handy Quilter Academy, you can give my thumbs up on that. I've also taught at the Australasian Quilt Festival in Melbourne, Australia. And the only thing that they have up on Primitive Gatherings is that they have liveried tea service. They have massages for the students. They call the students delegates there. So there are no massages and there's no liveried tea service, but you're quilting in your pajamas for the week. Somebody's cooking all your food, and she's a delight, Erica. You're sleeping in beds with handmade quilts on them. You're with all other quilters, and they treat you like royalty. So not the fanciness of the Australasian Quilt Festival, but it is just, you're just home. Everyone treats you well, and it's fantastic. I've done it before, and I'm going again. No more rain. Yeah, I I pulled in my driveway Saturday, I think, and one of the days it was raining, and I just saw all the water running down my mountain. We could tell when a culvert gets blocked because we get a little stream coming down into the driveway. So yeah, we're apparently running high. Cindy, hi. I forgot to mention the retreat Cindy and I go to. It's top notch as well, where you're quilting in your pajamas. We stay in a hotel for a weekend, and everybody's lovely there as well. And Deb, hello in Ontario. I know you're further north, and I know there was some snow issues going through central New York yesterday, so I hope you are at least feeling the promise of spring where you are. I know there was snow not far from me yesterday, but we had rain. So you might have been closer to that. But that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do some more picking up in my kitchen, change my quilt. My new quilt is over there, but I have to get out a step stool to get up there or wait till my husband gets home. So yes, I know there are snowmen behind me and it's spring, but the flower quilt is right over there. This, do I even have a label on here? Excuse me, I don't label my quilts. I'm a terrible quilter. No, this might be from back like 2002. Somewhere like it could be over 20 plus years old. There was a Thimbleberries block of the month that turned into 4 quilts for the seasons. And then I have a quilt hanger, an invisible quilt rod up there, which is 2 nails that I put a dowel rod over. That is the right size for all 4 of the quilts. So that Thimbleberries series lives here permanently. Let's see. Yes, Carol, that's Maria's retreat. I don't want to advertise it too much because I want to be sure there's a space for me to get in. But yes, it is lovely in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. And Deb, yep, you got snow. Yesterday, like we had the 60 and 70 60 degree Fahrenheit weather, which is almost like in the 70s. It's like shorts weather. So it's it's been pretty warm. But then yesterday I had to go pick up for my food co-op. I go through Azure Standard and I had to go to the parking lot, unload the truck, get my bags out and such. And it's all the, the organic, non-GMO, whatever type of food in bulk that I get. And, I had on shorts and a t-shirt in the house yesterday just because I was trying to get some stuff back in order. And when I'm on all the steroids, I get hot. So I'm still working the steroids out of my system. And I was like, oh, I'll just throw a sundress over this and I'll be ready to go. And then I looked and saw that it was like 40 degrees and that it was snowing on the other side of the river. So I was a little surprised that winter snuck its head back around the corner yesterday. And Carol, you should definitely go. That's how I got my quilting mojo back after I had a year and a half of no quilting. So a year of no quilting from COVID, and then my back pain and all the medical stuff I was going through. I went to a retreat last September and got my quilting mojo back. So I hope you do as well. They'll treat you well. So I guess the theme of this is quilt retreats and going to do the quilty things you love. If anyone is in the Northeast US or wants to be in the Northeast US, in 2 weeks, there's New England Quilt Expo. I'm not teaching there. I have a baby shower for my daughter-in-law that weekend. But that is going to be, I believe that's in Manchester, and that's over the weekend of the 12th of April. So if you want to head up there, they have a quilt competition, quilts on display, vendors, classes, and it's not just machine quilting. It's piecing classes. So it's New England Quilt Expo, I think it is. And I think you can find them through Bits and Pieces website, which is the bnpquilts.com. So you have a chance to go there. I'll be at Bits and Pieces later on. I put in my wholehearted endorsement of the Sturbridge retreat and the wholehearted endorsement of Primitive Gatherings as well. Let's see here. Went to my Guild's retreat the past weekend, 4 days of sewing. Oh, you got to go to another retreat? You are so lucky. I always wonder, like, should I go to a retreat? Because I kind of have no responsibilities in life. My husband doesn't care if I quilt all day long. I work when I work occasionally type of thing. And I said I could just stay home and sew for 4 days, yet somehow we never do. So yeah, got to put this stuff on the calendar to have stuff to look forward to. So I will start picking up the house. If you're from Western Pennsylvania, we would call that redding up, and chopping away at my to-do list. And any guesses? Will this be done by Christmas, do you think, by the end of the year? My sweater's this long. This is 2 days worth of work. So we'll see how it went. We'll see how it goes, because it might be sleeveless by then. What about a waterfall vest? I think that might work. So let's see. I want to say hi to Sherry. Hi. So I hope to have a newsletter out to you in the next day or two, telling you of new content online, new sales, and I will be back here again next Tuesday at 2:30 in the afternoon, New York time, and there'll be a different quilt on the wall, or I'll be in the studio. So happy quilting, everyone. Do what you enjoy. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.